How do you form an LLC? The LLC, or limited liability company, is one of the most popular ways to structure a new business in America. A great option for small businesses and single owners, LLCs are a flexible and simple alternative to corporations. LLCs allow business owners to protect their personal assets, gain credibility, minimize taxes, and streamline their administrative responsibilities. Best of all, they're easy and inexpensive to start. There are two ways to start an LLC. You can form one yourself, or you can hire a service to do it for you. In this video, we'll take a look at both options and help you decide how to go about forming your own limited liability company. LLCs are a formal business structure recognized at the state and federal level. Let's start by looking at how to form an LLC on your own. You can form an LLC on your own and it'll save you some money. The process does not require lots of complicated paperwork, and you can easily find all the necessary forms on our website for free at howtostartanllc.com. Every state has different laws, and we provide videos and detailed instructions for each state on our website. Generally speaking, there are 6 steps you'll need to take to start a new LLC. Step 1. Choose your state. For most new business owners, the best option is to form your LLC in the state where you live and where you plan to conduct your business. When an LLC is first formed in its home state, it's known as a domestic LLC in that state. If your business then expands to other states, your domestic LLC will need to be registered as a foreign LLC in each other state that you have a physical presence or employees in. There are sometimes benefits to forming your LLC in a state that has business-friendly laws, such as Delaware and Nevada. However, this is rarely worth the extra fees and paperwork of having to register your LLC in multiple states. Step 2. Next, you'll need to choose a name for your business. Every state has its own rules about what kinds of names are allowed for LLCs. In general, you'll need to observe these naming guidelines. Your name must include the phrase Limited Liability Company or one of its abbreviations, LLC, or LLC with a period following each letter. Restricted words such as bank, attorney, law office, etc. may require additional paperwork and may also need a licensed professional to be part of the LLC. Your name cannot include words that can confuse your LLC with a government agency such as FBI, Treasury, State Department, etc. You cannot use a name that's already been registered. To see if your name is available in your state, you'll need to do a name search. This free service is available on your state's Secretary of State website. Check out our free guide for finding the direct link for your state. We also recommend that you check to see if your business name is available as a web domain. Even if you don't plan to make a business website today, you may want to buy the URL in order to prevent others from acquiring it. Step 3. Then you'll need to nominate a registered agent for your LLC. Depending on your state, a registered agent is sometimes referred to as a resident agent, statutory agent, or agent for service of process. A registered agent is a person or business that's a point of contact. They send and receive legal papers on your behalf. These documents include official correspondence like legal summons and document filings, which your registered agent will receive and forward to you. Your registered agent must be a resident of the state you're doing business in or a corporation authorized to conduct business in that state. If you nominate an individual, they can be a member of your LLC, including yourself. To learn more about choosing a registered agent, you can watch our video on the topic or check out our web pages. Step 4. To officially create an LLC, you'll need to file formation documents with the Secretary of State. The most common name for this document is Articles of Organization. It's also known in some states as a Certificate of Formation or Certificate of Organization. Your LLC formation document outlines the organizational structure of your business. The Articles of Organization require 3 primary pieces of information. 1. Your LLC's unique and legal name. 2. The name and street address of your registered agent. 3. You must decide who will act as the manager of your LLC. There are 2 options. The first is member managed, where all members of the LLC manage the company. This is good for small organizations where everyone's involved in the day-to-day operations. The second option is manager managed, where individuals are appointed to manage the LLC. This is appropriate for larger organizations where not everyone is involved in the day-to-day affairs of the business. You'll also have to pay a one-time fee to the Secretary of State. This cost varies per state. We have a video and a webpage that can provide you the exact details for your state, but the price ranges between $40 and $500, with an average of about $125. Once you've filed your Articles of Organization and paid the fees, the state will then process your application. Most states take 3 to 7 working days to process an application. If your application is successful, you'll have officially formed an LLC. the application is not accepted, the most common reason for an LLC not to be formed is that the LLC naming guidelines were not followed. Step 5. Although not every state requires it, you should always create an operating agreement to establish ownership terms and member roles for your LLC. This foundational document is the core of your LLC and will help you maintain your organization as well as further establish your LLC as a separate legal entity. There are 6 main sections of an operating agreement. Organization outlines when and where the company was created, who the members are, and how ownership is structured. Management and voting addresses how the company is managed as well as how the members vote. Capital contributions covers which members financially support the LLC and how more funds will be raised in the future. Distributions outlines how the company's profits and losses are shared among members. Membership changes describes the process for adding or removing members, as well as if and when members can transfer their ownership shares. And dissolution, which explains the circumstances in which the LLC may be dissolved. An operating agreement's an internal document. It doesn't need to be filed with the state. However, it should be updated every time there's a change in membership or management at the company. You can download a free sample operating agreement or create a custom one using our free operating agreement tool at howtostartanllc.com. Step 6. Lastly, you'll need to get an employer identification number, or EIN, from the IRS. Also known as a federal tax identification number, your EIN is like a social security number for your LLC. An EIN is how the IRS tracks your business for tax purposes, but it's also necessary to open a business banking account and legally hire employees. The good news is that EINs are free and can be quickly obtained by visiting the irs.gov website. To recap, these are the 6 steps to setting up an LLC on your own. 1. Choose your state. 2. Choose a name. 3. Nominate a registered agent. 4. File your articles of organization. 5. Create an operating agreement. And 6. Get an EIN. When you've completed these steps, you'll have an official LLC recognized at the state and federal level. Congratulations! Now that you understand how to form an LLC, you might realize that you don't want to do it all yourself. In that case, you might consider the second way of forming an LLC. 2. Hire a professional service. The second way to form an LLC is nearly identical, with the difference being that you pay to have a company form the LLC for you. There are many professional formation services for hire, and we provide detailed reviews of the top providers on our website. Service packages can involve many aspects of business formation, including drafting operating agreements, so you'll have to choose based on your needs and budget. Primarily what a professional service offers, in addition to filing your articles of organization, is acting as your registered agent. Registered agent services typically have a fee ranging from $50 to $150. In most situations, however, this is a small price to pay for the convenience and benefits provided by a professional service. A hired registered agent helps you stay organized by keeping your business mail separate and is available at all regular business hours to accept official mail and legal papers on your LLC's behalf. A final and important additional benefit of using a service is privacy. A professional service will provide a level of privacy by withholding your personal name and home address from the LLC's contact information. There are many reasons you might not want your personal information easily accessible and associated with your business. Hiring a professional LLC formation service is an easy way to accomplish this. Now that you've seen the different ways you can form an LLC, take some time to research your options. Every state has different laws, and many professional services are available to help you along the way. Click on the links in the description below to research the top 5 professional formation services or get more information on how to form an LLC on your own. We provide tools to help you draft an operating agreement, as well as other contracts and resources to help you accelerate your small business, all free of charge. We'd love to see you succeed in your entrepreneurial dreams. Please give us a like and subscribe, and leave a comment below if there are any other small business topics you'd like us to cover. Visit us at howtostartanllc.com, and good luck starting your new business.